Many of you voted in my poll and wanted me to make a mini tutorial episode about how to build realistic food and drink facilities or restaurants in Planet Coaster. So this episode is all about that. I start by placing down the restaurant units, click the restaurant menu, select Connect More Restaurants Expansions, drag the cursor over the expansion and click Confirm. Here is also where you can add perks to the restaurant. In the same drop-down menu, you can alter with the food options, but I will save that part since that is not very interesting to look at. Since I wanted the food court building to be bright and airy, I used large windows as walls and built the food shops on an angle, giving the building a more interesting and unique design. In places like this where the walls don't match, I click Split from Building to be able to adjust each wall piece so that they are aligned. The goal with this design is to give people the option to either entering into the restaurant or grab some fast food from the food stalls to sit down and eat together inside or outside. After the food shops and walls are in place, I connect them with paths, making sure that the paths don't interfere with the walls or else people will walk right through them. It doesn't matter how the paths are placed down visually, since I will be covering them with floor soon. Time to place the seating area. I want people to be able to sit either inside or outside depending on the weather and time of year. Since there will be a lot of traffic and queue inside of the food court, I only place a few picnic benches inside of the building to still leave room for people to walk without obstacles. It is totally fine if the floor peaks outside of the building. I will take care of it in a later stage. By first decorating the area before covering it with floor pieces makes it much easier to plan the layout. For example, where tables and benches should be placed and where planters and trees should be suitable to put down. Now let's move on to the building itself. After placing all the walls, it is time to place the roof on top. Since the building is angled, it can be trickier to get it right. My number one tip is to split the first roof piece from the building and then create a new group to build on. This exact method was used in the previous episode when I built the roof over the coaster station. By doing this, the roof can be adjusted so you have easy access to work on the interiors of the restaurant. In this construction, I am incorporating a glass roof in the design. I leave an open space where I want the glass to be, and I will soon show you how I did the rest. But first, it is very convenient to complete the ceiling and lighting to get it right before adding the exterior roof. I am adding menus, signs, and other features to the interior for extra realism. You will find a lot of fun TMTK items to create a lifelike surrounding, such as plates, trays, and fire extinguisher, among others. It is only the imagination that sets the boundaries. As mentioned earlier, I wanted the restaurant to be bright and airy so that people can sit and overlook the park while enjoying their meal. One way of adding brightness inside of a building is to add a glass-covered roof. I am placing 2 layers of glass and copy and paste them to the other side as both sides are identical to each other. After that, I add a frame to hold the glass in place. This can easily be achieved by adding beams to the construction. That is pretty much it, fairly easy. Will you try glass-covered buildings in your park? Or is there other ways to make buildings extra realistic? Let me know. Moving on, I am completing the building and add more features such as plants and a backstage staff area. Let me reveal the final result. This is of course only one way of adding food and drink facilities to your park. However, I strongly recommend you try to think outside of the boxy in-game 4x4 meter food units that are available in the game. Let your imagination and creativity come out to play and you will be surprised on how much can be done to add a more realistic look and feel to these areas of the park. For the next episode, I am planning to add a wooden roller coaster since they can vary slightly from steel coasters featured in previous episodes of this mini tutorial series. At last, I would like to thank you guys for so many new subscribers. I am truly thankful and that makes me want to continue making videos just like this. Stay tuned for more. Take care.